Welcome back to Kirkland's Corner. I have a good friend, Andrew Gridley. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
You know, I have my golf bag here, and last summer, Prince George's County welcomed First Tee back to the county. And so I want to be authentic, so hope you don't mind having my clubs
I love
here.
it. I love it.
What's the backstory of First Tee? I mean, I know that what is your role?
Yeah, so background of the First Tee, it's a international organization with about over 150 chapters internationally. So most of them here in the U.S., but we got some in Australia, some overseas in Africa, and as well as Europe. And so here locally, D.C., we just celebrated our 20th anniversary this past year.
Awesome.
And so it's been going strong. We're one of the largest chapters in the nation. And then with Prince George's County, they're actually its own individual chapter up until 2017. And then 2018, there was no First Tee in the county. And then beginning of 2019, they brought me and First Tee back into the county. Wow. And with that, just introducing golf to young people here in the county and teaching life skills.
We're excited. I mean, I was one of the First Tee, we were talking in the green room, I was one of the First Tee golf coaches with the 100 Black Men, and we talked about that with the other guests.
Right.
Explain to the viewers the 9 core competencies. I'm going to put you on the spot here with First Tee.
Yeah, so there's basically 9 core values that we try to teach our young people during our golf classes in the schools or wherever we're at. A few examples of those would be responsibility, perseverance, honesty, things like that, where we ask the kids, what does that mean to you? Then in that golf lesson, we try to incorporate that lesson throughout the golf program. And then at the end of the day, how are you going to take that home? How are you going to do that at night? If it's responsibility, do your chores, do your homework. How are you going to take that into school? So things like that. So we try to, yes, introduce golf, but also make them better people in their communities, at school, at their job, so that way they become lifelong golfers and better people all throughout their life.
And I mean, you've had so many success stories. You told me you had, is it 2 individuals that made it to the finals?
Yeah, so one of our kind of large First Tee marquee events, we had the Champions Tour event out in Pebble Beach. And so this is a national event where kids apply to, and so the past 2 years we've had some participants actually apply and get to go out and play on Pebble Beach in front of the cameras, Champions Tour players with the grandstands, everything. So tons of national opportunities for kids to participate in, but that's definitely the granddaddy of them all.
And you have a couple events coming up, Andrew. Tell the viewers about these events that's coming up. You have something at East Potomac. What is that about, February 22nd?
So we always try to do a golf giveaway, and we've done it in the past in December. Sometimes it snows. So this year,
you're right.
We've
Not
pushed,
this year, probably.
Exactly. So we've pushed it back into February. So February 22nd, East Potomac Golf Course, originally at Haynes Point, but it's from 10 to 1 p.m. and where basically families can come and get golf apparel, get golf accessories.
Are you kidding
me?
me?
Golf clubs.
Free?
Free.
Oh,
Free.
wow. Free.
Yes, exactly. we just want families and juniors to come out there who have an old set of golf clubs to come in, return them, get a new set, whatever it works, but it's free.
That is amazing.
Yes.
Well, come on out there on February 22nd at the East Potomac Golf Course in Washington, D.C.
Correct.
And I think you said it's from 10 to 1?
10 to 1, correct.
10 to 1. Yeah, come out and get the free golf paraphernalia. That's awesome. You also have an event coming up on March the 2nd. Is that you said March the 2nd?
Yeah, so basically that's kind of our kickoff to programming. So kind of that first week in March is where we start off our first 6-week session of classes. And that's throughout the entire chapter, and we have tons of them here in Prince George's County.
Give them the breakdown of what happens in these classes. I mean, obviously I would know, but what does the student and the parent go through?
Exactly. So a 6-week class consists of meeting just one evening a week, or we also offer them on a Saturday or Sunday, depending on the location. And basically that participant's going to come there for 90 minutes once a week, going to get professional instruction by a First Tee coach, by a PJ professional, LPJ professional, learn about life skills, healthy habits, things like that, and really take golf knowledge and also things to take back in their everyday life.
I've participated in some of these sessions, and you know, these kids, it could be rain or shine. Why is that? Why this craziness for golf, you think?
You know, it's just a lifelong sport. It's something that you can do until you're until you're
90s,
yeah,
right?
exactly. And it's something where you can just kind of escape for 2 hours if it's 9 holes, 4 or 5 hours, 18 holes. But it's just something about being outside, rain or shine. It's just having about a good time and really kind of testing yourself. It's you versus that little white golf ball.
What I love about it, Andrew, is that it level sets you. You could be in a beautiful course. You could have a hectic day. And I think no matter where you come from, look at the advent of Tiger Woods. I mean,
Yeah.
give the viewers. I mean, his impact of golf is what? Is it 700 million? I mean, what kind of?
I've
number?
lost count.
Yeah. So you look
crazy.
at the diversity. Do you think he's changed the diversity in terms of getting involved with golf?
I see it. Yes, I believe so. When we ask the kids who are 7, 8-year-old, when that's when our programs start, who's their favorite golfer? Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that Tiger just brought the game to a whole nother level of viewership of every different type of background and really opened the door up for so many people to be introduced to this great game.
Yeah, and now you had mentioned to me, which I will be there, Top Golf. You're having a big event there. Now, why did you choose that at the National Harbor?
Yeah, so kind of a couple of different things is that as the chapter, we love to partner with Top Golf. They're a great avenue of introducing the game to new people, old, young, in between.
Yes.
I love it. And then we also want to support the county. And so with Top Golf just opening up this year, we thought it would be perfect to host a kind of a big kickoff event, really get some county kind of proponents and involvement exactly to really kick us off into another great year of 2020 and get some.
So you were in the green room talking to Terrence, who will be going next, and you were mentioning that you're trying to bring younger people into the game. Can you expel on what you were talking about that, expand on that, what you were talking
Yeah,
about?
so we have a couple of different avenues of how we introduce the game of golf to young people. And one of our big programs is the NSP, National School Program, that we introduced at elementary schools.
Okay.
And so currently, before this year, there were 4 schools in the county that offered.
What 4 schools? What are those?
And so I don't have, they're past chapters, I don't have the name exactly.
Okay.
But basically, they're given big plastic golf clubs, tennis balls, things like that, where it's very game-based oriented.
Also,
very
just
fun.
the basic, it's a fun type of thing.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that's awesome.
And then heading into this year, we are going into 13 additional new schools, all focusing on schools around our program, our golf courses that we're at right now.
Excellent.
And hope to add 5 to 10 every year. I mean, it's great.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, what's the relationship with Mr. Proctor and Diane? We talked about that also. Steve Proctor, for many of you people out there, is a phenomenal individual. He's raised money. He's connected dots. What's their affiliation with the organization?
Yeah, so the Proctors are on our committee. So we actually have a Prince George's County First Tee committee, and where they help with just connecting us, the First Tee staff, to different influential people in the county, help sell sponsorships or bring people to our fundraising events. And Diane is actually our committee chair, who helps kind of direct
awesome.
the First Tee in the county.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, what do you see? So you have these events we talked about. You have the launch. What do you see in the next, 5 years with First Tee in the region and the country? How do you see it growing? How do you see it getting bigger? What other things are you talking about to do? How do you see it growing in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so here just regionally, the First Tee Prince George's County came under the Greater Washington, D.C. umbrella, which consists of Montgomery County, D.C., and Northern Virginia. So in the next 5 years, I don't know if our executive director wants to, but I could see us even growing our territory. It's just that First Tee has such a great support with the new partnership with the PGA Tour that it's just reaching new families, new households, things like that.
Wow.
Last year we had about 4 golf facilities in the county. This year we have 8. So we're already doubling golf facilities.
four to
so
eight.
we're going to even grow to more golf courses over the next 5 years. We're going to grow to more schools, connections with community centers, YMCAs, things like that. So really just saturate the county and the area with golf.
And you're saying that you're having people like last year, I guess they were lines and delays.
Yeah.
Why is that?
We started off we had families that were originally in the First Tee of Prince George's County.
See.
And, went away. We didn't know if they were going to come back or anything like that. So we wanted to have 1 class each at our 3 facilities that we started off, which is Lake Presidential, University of Maryland, Lower Golf Center, Gunpowder.
Yes.
They filled up like that. And then we added more classes, and they filled up. I mean, we had some classes that had 20 to 30 kids in the class with another 20 to 30 on the wait list.
Oh, my goodness.
So the demand for families wanting some type of positive youth development program and tied in with the game of golf is just a home run.
See, what happens for the viewers out there, and Andrew knows this, golf slows life down. Golf is a neutralizing agent. And again, we talked about this earlier. It's business done on golf courses.
A lot of it.
I've personally been involved on golf courses where I've got job offers and closed deals. So there's something about the game of golf that, give the viewers a little history. Where did it originate? Is it Ireland?
Yeah, Scotland area, Ireland area. I think whoever you ask up there will claim fame to it. But it started up there in that
right, man.
area, and
Okay.
link style golf where
So what is link style for the non-golfer?
you're not going to see a tree.
You're not going to see a tree.
Tall grass and a lot of bunkers. So not really
Yes.
much link style.
Is the yardage, is it bigger or longer, or is it the same yardage?
Kind of longer, wider fairways, things like that. You're not going to cut through the trees like you do here in Maryland area, Middle Atlantic area. But yeah, and you started off with just wooden clubs and feathered filled golf balls, and it's grown into these bad boys.
Which these technologies we were talking earlier, these game improvement clubs. Explain to the viewers what the game improvement clubs represent.
Just the technology behind just what goes into that. I mean, we have Boeing teaming up with Callaway to design a driver of aerodynamics, things like that. So it doesn't matter if you're small, big, tall, whatever.
Yes, height-wise.
Really, the technology behind these clubs will do all the work for you. Don't swing hard at it. Swing nice and easy.
Yeah, like a person like you, you're 6'6", you have to get custom-sized clubs.
Correct. Yeah.
you can't
Yeah.
use the
Always got to make
standard.
sure the equipment's right for you.
Yeah, yeah. And then the thing about golf, too, that it teaches is physics. Elaborate on that, Andrew. How does that teach a youth physics with golf?
Yeah. The biggest thing we tell a participant, a young person, is when they're on the golf course is hit down on the golf ball. Well, Coach Andrew, if you hit down on the golf ball, it's just going to go on the ground. No.
Right.
The club,
I'm gonna
the
dig a hole.
angles. Exactly. No, let the club, there's an angle, geometry, all that, but just it teaches them that, okay, the hit down, the ball goes up higher. So just simple stuff like that where kind of get the mind going. It really works out well.
Yeah, I see it's also, path, line of sight,
Yeah.
trajectory, physics when I say the angulation of the greens, the aeration of the greens, it all affects the flow of the golf. So to me, whether you're 13 or whether you're 65, it creates a lot of, it's a thinker's game, right? You're playing against yourself versus a team.
But I hope you're not thinking about that all at the same time. Shot,
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of influences, but there's definitely a positive impact on it.
So if someone wants to get involved, how might they get involved, Andrew? Is you have a website or some contacts?
Yeah, so obviously our website with the first T, greaterwashingtondc.org, big change coming with the logo, things like that. But then we're actually at 8 different facilities, golf courses in the county.
You got 8? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and so
Awesome.
with University of Maryland, Lake Presidential, Laurel Golf Center, Gunpowder, those were the original 4 from this past year. If you go in their golf shops or clubhouses, you're going to be able to find information. Then what's just really exciting is moving into 2020, we've partnered back up with the Park and Planning here in Prince George's County, which they were the original chapter.
Oh, wow.
So that's your Paint Branch, Henson Creek, Kentland Community Center, Enterprise Golf Course. So we're getting back into those facilities and having golf program in there. So
Beautiful.
If you go into one of those golf shops and talk and ask about the first tee, you're going to be able to find somebody who knows about it and give you plenty of info.
That's awesome. Now, how do you find your golf pros? Are they through your program, or how do you get your golf pros to help out?
Combination. So the first tee actually has a national coaching training curriculum.
I didn't know that.
So it's really anybody can come out and volunteer and work their way up to kind of the level 1, level 2, level 3, become a certified coach, and also the PGA professional, LPGA professional at a golf course do a lot of the administering of those lessons as well.
I see. That's excellent. So let's just review here. So February 22nd, you have the East Potomac event where you can get the free golf paraphernalia.
Yes.
Which is awesome from 9 to 1. That's in D.C.
10 to 1.
10 to 1, excuse me. March the 2nd, you have the
kind of the kickoff. So that's kind of that first week will be the kickoff of our 6-week programming. So different days of the week throughout the county.
And that's how many sessions? That's 4.
6 weeks. 6 weeks is one session. There's 4 sessions throughout the year.
Awesome. And then the 14th of April, that's the
Top Golf event, kind of a kickoff back into the county. Will be local business leaders, council, men and women, just really everyone who loves golf wanting to positive impact on young people.
Yeah. I mean, this is exciting. And any other parting words that you want to share with the county or the Washington Metro as it relates to golf or first tee or some exciting things that's coming up?
I'd say the biggest thing is just partnering back up with Park and Planning. You're going to see it a lot more with in the Park and Planning golf courses. You're going to be back in the schools. We're going to be back in the community centers. So here in the county and already established in Montgomery County, D.C., First Tee is going to be here, and First Tee is really exploding, and that we're just excited to teach golf and introduce the game to a lot of new kids.
Yeah. And on Kirkland's Corner, we're going to probably get you more involved and probably bring some of the kids back involved and because golf is just a great game. It's great for life. It's great for business. And we're going to get you guys back involved. And I'm going to hopefully participate in some of these
I hope
events.
so. Hope so. Bring your friends. Everyone invited.
Yeah. Would love to be on your committee and to help you guys out and help Steve and Diane as we move this thing forward. But you mentioned, before we close it out, you mentioned William Martelli, what'd you say?
Will Martindale.
Martindale, I'm
Yep,
sorry.
so he works at the Park and Planning. And so me and him actually go way back in our previous job.
Oh, so you've known
yes,
him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're both junior golf directors for the
You got to
PGA
connect me with
side.
him, okay.
Yeah, and so we're both working together on A, getting First Tee program back into the Park and Planning courses, but then B, he's really focusing on
the older
high
like what
schools.
age? What age? Like
So probably
14, 15?
14, 15, 16 of really getting the high school teams back up and running. So it's been a great partnership working with him, working with Park and Planning just in general, of getting kind of everyone back together and working in the common goal of growing golf, impacting young people's lives in a positive way.
That's awesome. Yeah, I look forward to partnering with. We have 2 minutes left, Andrew. So we're excited. We're excited to be a part of this. And you know, as you grow this, please keep us in mind. Keep us in mind in terms of marketing or promoting.
Yeah.
I just think it's a great program that hits. You know, it hits the community. And you know, we talked about the inner city from a resource perspective. Some of these kids that I've mentored with the 100 Black Men have actually never played golf. Some have never rode a horse. Some of them, they only know what they know. So we commend you in the First Tee for your programming, because it just gives a different light in terms of how to survive, how to make it out here. So I'm going to probably get the 100 Black Men more involved with you again this year in terms of participation. But I just think when you see the show, when you think about getting your kids involved, is there a website, by the way?
Yeah, so First Tee, GreaterWashingtonDC.org. And what?
Say that again. First Tee.
First Tee of GreaterWashingtonDC.org. It's a tongue twister.
Right.
But if you just type in First Tee
First
DC
Tee,
on
DC.
Google, it'll pop up.
Yes.
But what's awesome about the program is that you don't need golf clubs. So
That's right.
families
That's
families can come out, don't need golf
So if
clubs.
you have
We
limited
provide
money,
golf clubs.
don't you subsidize some of these kids too? If they
And
don't
so,
have
yes,
money?
there's scholarships available for financial
That's awesome.
hardships with free reduced school lunch,
All right.
military families, sibling discounts, things like
Awesome.
that. We never turn anybody away. So
All right. Well, great interview. Andrew, thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
your time.
Thank you.
You know, just exciting. I'm a big golfer, and I can't wait to partner with you. Every single week, we try to make, you know, a difference in the community. And Andrew, thank you for what you're doing. And
appreciate it.
we appreciate you. Indiana, here we come.
Yes.
So we'll be right back. Don't go away. We have Terrence Collins. He sounds like a singer or an actor coming up to talk about his community initiative. So don't go away here in Kirkland's Corner, and hit him straight and hit him long.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they doing, see what music they doing, see what they dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
Us. It's what this country is made of. A helping hand, a shoulder to lean on. Different voices.
Hello.
One sacred bond. But right now, that bond is fraying. Where do we find common ground? How do we get back to us? The why fills the gaps and bridges our divides. Now, more than ever, the why needs your support. Because where there's a why, there's an us. For a better us, support your local why today.